Hi friends, Star. Welcome to QA AI Wizards, your magical home for fun new tech, AI, and data learning adventures. Welcome to QA AI Wizards. Yay! Let's start the magic. All right, Wizards in training, here is our adventure map for today. First, we're going to look at a really confusing old recipe. Then, I'll teach you 3 magic words that will change everything. After that, we'll write our very first spell together. I've even made a cheat sheet for your spellbook, and we'll have a super fun pop quiz before you get to try out your new magic powers. Let's go! You know when you try to follow instructions, like for a game or a recipe, and they're just messy? Sometimes they don't tell you everything and it gets super confusing. Well, computers feel that way too when we give them messy instructions. Look at this! It's like a recipe from a dusty old book. It says, open the app, go to the login page, type your name, type your password, click the button. But then what? What's supposed to happen next? See, it's missing a really important part. It doesn't tell us what the result should be. That's no good. But what if I told you we could take these messy old instructions and turn them into a super powerful, super clear magic spell that anyone, even a computer, could understand perfectly? Wouldn't that be amazing? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. The secret to our magic isn't complicated at all. In fact, it's all about just 3 special magic words. These are the secret ingredients for all of our coding spells. On the left, we have our old, boring recipe words: precondition, action, and result. Yawn. But on the right, we have our magic spell words: given, when, and then. All we have to do is translate the old words into the magic words. It's that simple. So let's start with our first magic word. Given. Think of given as getting all your potion ingredients ready on the table before you start mixing. It sets the scene. It tells the computer, okay, this is where we're starting. So for our login spell, we'd say, given the user is on the login page. Easy, right? Okay, you've learned the first magic word. Are you ready to put all 3 together and rewrite that clunky old recipe into a real magic spell? I thought so. Let's do it. And poof! Here it is, our brand new magic spell. It goes like this. Given the user is on the login page. That's the scene. When the user enters their username and their password and clicks the login button. That's the action, the wave of the wand. Then, the user should be logged in successfully and see the home page. That's the magic result. See how clear that is? Awesome. Woohoo! You did it! You just turned confusing instructions into a crystal clear magic spell. You unlocked your coder wizard power. Yay, you! Now, every great wizard needs a spell book to remember all their magic. So, I've made you a special cheat sheet page so you'll never ever forget these 3 magic words. Let's look at your cheat sheet. The magic word given, its job is to set the scene. The magic word when, its job is to describe the action. And the magic word then, its job is to check the outcome, to see if the magic worked. Sets the scene, describes the action, checks the outcome. You got this. And to really lock it into our brains, let's learn a little magic rhyme. Are you ready? Repeat after me. First, given sets the scene, then when is what you do, and then is what is seen. Let's say it again. Given sets the scene, when is what you do, then is what is seen. Yes. Okay, everyone, it's time for a pop quiz for wizards. Let's see how well you remember your new magic spell ingredients. Don't worry, it's going to be fun. Okay, question number 1. Which of our 3 magic words do you use to set everything up to get the scene ready before the action happens? What could it be? It's given. You got it, of course. Given always sets the scene. You are so smart. High five. All right, here's the next one. Which magic word tells us about the final result, the part where we check to see if our spell worked correctly? Then! That's it! You're natural wizard! Then is always the result we can see. Amazing job! Wow, you passed the quiz with flying colors. I think you're ready. It's time for you to use your new magic powers and write some spells all by yourself. Here are your 2 special wizard assignments. First, I want you to take the sentence, user clicks on logout button, and turn it into one magic line. Is that a given, a when, or a then? For your second assignment, do the same thing for users should see error message for invalid login. Take a second to think about it. Let's see how you did. The first one, user clicks on logout button, is an action, so it's when user clicks on logout button. And the second one, seeing an error message, is a result, so it's then user should see error message for invalid login. You did an absolutely fantastic job. So let's remember the big ideas from today. We learned that we can turn messy, confusing instructions into super clear magic spells. And we do it with our 3 magic words: given, when, and then. Remember, given sets the scene. When is the action, and then is the result. You now have the power to talk to computers. Now for a final fun thought. What other things that you do every day could you turn into a magic spell? What about making a sandwich or brushing your teeth? How would you write that using given, when, and then? Think about it. That's all for today's magic. Cheese, thank you for learning with us. Come back soon to QAAI Wizards for the next super fun tech and data adventure. See you next time at QAAI Wizards. Bye, friends. You are all AI wizards now.